friends, I'm going to talk to you about how use of our Indian culture techniques and some basic prevention techniques can just make you so safe against coronavirus. And I'm sure you've heard so much about corona every day, morning and evening. A lot of things that I'm going to tell you are some things which are so common, so easy to do, and important precautions that will actually help you prevent this disease from affecting you. I'm Dr. Amit, I'm a plastic surgeon, and I'm founder director of Divine Cosmetic Surgery. If you ever thought that coronavirus is going to go away in a few months, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's not. I don't foresee the virus going away from India for at least 6 months, if not more. The quantum of population is just too much, and the coronavirus is having a field day in India. Even after 6 months, there will be sporadic cases which will keep coming up. So, what do? Let's go back to the Indian culture. If you recall, our ancient people, our ancient forefathers, maintained very high immunity levels, and some of the practices which they did, if you actually go back and understand, they were so scientific. For example, they had the practice of Jalneti. Jalneti was putting water into one of the nostrils, and the water then comes out through the other nostril. They also had Sutraneti, which was passing off a cotton thread inside and pulled out through the other nostril to clean the nostril. Now we know the coronavirus basically spreads through three routes. One is the most important is the nose, mouth, as well as the eyes. There have been some evidence to that also. Now, through the nose, the virus goes and lodges behind the nose, and if the viral load is very high or the body immunity is low, it then goes into the lungs and then attacks the lungs. So we need to stop it right there. We need to reduce the viral load. A few viral particles will not trouble you as long as your immunity is good. So what do? I'll tell you what I do. And in fact, these are things which you should all be doing. So we need to first work on the entry level. The second step is going to work on the lungs level. Third step are basic prevention things that a lot of people should be doing. The first thing that you should be doing is to every morning you should be gargling your mouth. When you gargle your mouth, you are basically transferring a little bit of warm water with salt and betadine. Now, betadine should be used as 1% solution. It has been shown to be very effective against coronavirus. Now, the conventional solutions which are available in the market are 5%. So just take 5 ml of that solution and mix 20 ml of water. Get it into your throat, gargle 15 seconds to 1 minute, as much as you can. Do it twice. It feels a little bitter, little sour, but just go through that. When you gargle, the betadine actually stays inside and then keeps protecting you for a few hours. It's not going to go away as soon as you spit it out. So that's the biggest benefit of betadine. Add a little bit of salt to it, and as you gargle, the entire area of the back of the throat will then have, it's like an armor against the virus. So that will protect you for longer periods of time. Secondly, if you can do Jalneti, pour a little bit of betadine water, 1% through your nose, and then let it come out through the other. Alternatively, I know it's a little tough, we're not used to doing all that, just use a spray bottle. So the easiest is to get hold of a body spray, a mist bottle, fill it up with 1% betadine, and just spray into your nose every 3 to 4 hours. At least do it before you leave home. So in the morning, if you're working in offices, gargle your mouth, spray the betadine solution, and keep that bottle with you. If you are facing a lot of people every day, for example, like if you're a doctor, if you're working, you're doing surgeries, you're meeting a lot of patients, or any other work, just keep that bottle with you every 3 to 4 hours. Just spray once into each nostril, and if you want, you can gargle, or you just spray on the back of your throat as well. Every morning, please wash your eyes, and keep washing your eyes every 3 to 4 hours with simple tap water. So that will really help you. Please do not put betadine into your eyes. It will cause a lot of irritation and very painful. So please don't do that. So these are the 3 things that you should be doing every day. Keep washing your eyes every 3 to 4 hours. Spray with betadine nasal spray, and you can rinse your mouth or spray the betadine 3 to 4 times a day if you're facing a lot of people. If you are at home, then do this once in the morning, because every day you're going to face people who are going out, like bringing vegetables or milk or whatever. So you need to be careful on that. Secondly, what can you do about your body immunity? Now, you already know about this. So a lot of fruit intake, vitamin C, zinc, etc. So go high on zinc, use stuff which is very high on zinc. Then vitamin C, if possible take haldi, ginger, and that really helps a lot. Do not self-medicate. Remember, please do not take any medicines on your own without seeing a doctor. So don't take hydrochloroquine on your own, and don't take any of these new available medicines till you consult a doctor. They can be very dangerous to you. Third, deep breathing. Now, in our yoga traditions, we've always had exercises which have told us to do deep breathing. Now, there was a reason for that. The deep breathing causes lungs to expand. It prevents the restriction of lungs. It prevents the contraction of the lungs. So, this disease basically causes problems in lung expansion. Person can't breathe. They can't oxygenate properly. So, we need to get more oxygen into the lungs. So, every morning, do some yoga. Do deep breathing exercise. If you do any asanas with it, great, but at least 10 to 15 minutes, do some deep breathing exercises. You can meditate and do the deep breathing. Now what that causes is the lungs to expand. And if you do a test where you do your pulse oxygen, so you do your oxygen saturation test before deep breathing and after deep breathing, you will find a significant improvement. So do that as a matter of routine in your life. That will really help you, and it causes better oxygenation into your body and better ability to fight the disease. Lastly, I think this is one of the most important things: masks. In Delhi, I've seen people wearing masks as if they are an ornament. It's just hanging somewhere. The quality of the mask, even some of the politicians, when they come on TV, they wear the worst masks possible which they can. I don't know, it gives such a wrong message to the public. Please always wear an N95 mask. Always wear N95 mask. Do not wear the 2-ply or the 3-ply mask. They are dangerous for you. Do not wear the respirator masks, the one with the walls. They are very dangerous because they protect you but not the other person. All your breath is going out. So if you're an asymptomatic carrier, you're helping to spread the disease. So always wear an N95. There are various brands which are available. I suggest please stick with the brands. Do not buy the ones which are locally manufactured. Do not wear masks which are wet. So there will be people who will tell you to wash masks and all. See, it destroys the basic cotton which is the filtering inside the mask. So it's harmful for you. You can wear a mask on multiple occasions till you find it difficult to breathe. So be careful. Always and always wear N95. If you are going to be facing too many people, then you should wear 2 masks. You can wear an N95, you can wear another 2 or a 3-ply on top of it to reduce the viral load. And it is essential that when you come home after a day's work, whether you're a doctor or anybody, please come home and have a bath. Have a nice scrub bath with warm water and soap in order to reduce any virus particles on your body, and that helps you and your family from getting this problem. So I hope this holistic approach to preventing coronavirus will help somebody. It will save lives. If you know someone who's had coronavirus, please ask them to get in touch with me. I'm creating a data bank for plasma donors which will save lives. Please do tell people who you know have suffered from coronavirus to get in touch with me so that we can contact them if somebody else is in a serious condition and needs plasma. So please see this video, please spread this video, please like this video, please subscribe to my channel. This video has the potential to save a lot of lives and prevent coronavirus from happening in families.